extra wish.
Thank you very much, David. Right now, 42 degrees, mostly sunny skies, a few clouds out there. This has been your local information news.
Experience, reputation, results. 3 reasons you should trust the law firm of Fox & Farley. Former employees of Oak Ridge area facilities might have developed health problems from exposure to hazardous materials or dangerous conditions. If it has adversely affected your life, call Fox & Farley now. If your health or the health of a family member has been compromised by employment at a federal energy installation, call Fox & Farley at 457-6440. 457-6440. Fox & Farley.
Fall in love with the Lantern at Morning Point, Alzheimer's Center of Excellence in Clinton. The Lantern at Morning Point of Clinton is a purposely designed memory care community on one level that provides individual and custom memory care programming. Nestled in a home-like environment, we provide residents with structure to help them feel safe and secure. Call today to schedule a tour, 865-457-4005, located at 960 South Charles G. Severs Boulevard. We look forward to serving you in our community.
Stumped over what to do with your garden and landscaping? Hi, I'm Jody Henke. Hire a garden coach who can give you the advice and encouragement you're looking for as you're living the country life.
Living the country life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic and from previous shows by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com. We'll return to the show after these messages.
Whenever you're online, Living the Country Life is there too. Like us on Facebook and exchange tips and ideas with people who share your love for the country way of life. Follow us on Twitter at Small Farming for timely news and information. You can also find us on Instagram and Pinterest. See the latest inspired shot from our readers or add a garden tip to your boards. Living the Country Life has all the ideas for your home acreage. Visit us online at livingthecountrylife.com and find us on social media.
If you're looking for new ideas for what to do around your place in the country, register for the Living the Country Life newsletter. Once a week, you'll receive helpful tips in your inbox on a wide variety of seasonal and timely topics, along with so much more. Living the Country Life is for all those people who love to live in the country. Sign up for your free newsletter today by visiting livingthecountrylife.com.
My gardens and I like to make changes here and there, but I'm not always sure how to do it. Sometimes all we need is a fresh eye to hone in on a spot in the garden that's driving us nuts, or advice on how to tear it all up and start over. You can hire garden coaches such as master gardeners and other horticultural experts to help. Robin Hegland is the founder of a garden coaching company and says coaches empower people to have the landscape they want by teaching them the skills they need.
We come out, we meet with the person, maybe sending out a questionnaire ahead of time so we can gather some data, understand what their goals are, how much time are they willing to invest in the space, what level of detail do they already understand. Then when we get together, we take a look at the space together and get to know each other. And out of that, we can develop a program.
Hegland says sometimes it only takes a couple of hours of teaching to pull everything together. However, you and the coach decide how many sessions will be needed to accomplish your goals.
There may be a session where someone comes in and teaches you how to prune, and that comes out of understanding how plants grow. They may teach you how to understand your soil, where to take soil samples, why you send them into labs for testing. They may come in and help you evaluate your spaces for design, so taking a look at how to maximize usage for patios, for decks, and things like that.
Most garden coaches focus on empowering you to do the work yourself. However, there are some who like to get their hands dirty. They'll help you design your garden, plant it, take care of it, and harvest the produce, sharing their expertise with you along the way. Learn more about hiring a garden coach at livingthecountrylife.com. I'll see you in the country.
Living the Country Life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic, share your tips, and post photos by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com.
Hammer stores in East Tennessee are fully stocked Save on ladies sleepwear by Relativity, Sherpa pullovers by Live Oak and others, Piccadilly career and casual separates, Chalet designer sportwear, cardigans from Treetop Labels, holiday party tunics and tunic dresses, and much more. Just in are men's Carhartt, premium casual, and work flannel shirts, men's and ladies classic style duck boots, men's merino wool blend boot socks by Carolina, 6-inch style hiking boots by Browning, men's dress shirts by Arrow, Van Helsing, and others, high quality quilted or Sherpa lined flannel shirt jackets, famous brand ski pants and ski jackets, ladies and men's flannel lounging pants, Dickies work shirts, and the list goes on and on. Don't forget that new rug shipments are always arriving at Hammers. You'll have to hurry to Hammers for these 2 seasons, Clinton, Caswell, and Hall.
If you haven't been to Hammers, you should see us now.
Good morning and welcome to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Ask Your Neighbor can also be heard and seen on our website, WYSHradio.com. And if you are in Anderson, Rome, or Morgan County and have Comcast cable, you can watch Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV Channel 12. Ask Your Neighbor is the program where you call in and do just that. Ask Your Neighbor. Do you have a comment? Do you have a problem? Or do you have a question? Then call in and ask your neighbor. 865-457-1380 or toll free at 877-711-4005. And for those of you that might be listening or watching on the internet, you can email from our website, WYSHradio.com. Just click on the Contact Us button and email your questions. Now sit back and listen as listeners throughout East Tennessee and the entire world answer your questions on Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV 12 and AM 1380 WYSH.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the Thursday edition of Ask Your Neighbor. If you're joining us today on BBB TV, you see that I've been replaced on your screen by David West. We've got Howard here, the post-Christmas edition of David West's Stars and Stories of the Cas Walker Show. I hope you boys had a very nice Christmas.
We've had a big time, didn't we?
Yes, oh, yes.
Did you have a big and hard? I just got to see Howard a minute ago.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Everybody's catching up.
Hey, we were trying to get out of our spice. The only thing we said was hi and bye.
Well, I'm glad you guys made it in. Certainly, it's always great to have you guys up here, and I know that the listeners really appreciate it. We always seem to learn something, and we always have a pretty good time. So what have you got in store for us today?
Well, where is Ron at? Bring us up, Dave.
I believe that he told my wife, I think he's got a problem with his heating unit at the house, something of that nature. I'm not sure, but you got me. So sorry about that.
You're probably right, because he was over there Monday. Actually, Tuesday was the day before. Monday, I believe, he came over and got 40 Cas Walker fans.
Because somebody ordered 20 of them in one fell swoop.
He got a slew of fans, I know.
Yes.
And some T-shirts. Oh, and guess who come by to see me? I don't know. He's going to try to come by before he goes back. Graylin.
Oh, wow.
Graylin come by and stayed a pretty good while with me, and he's cooking right now.
Yeah.
His stove's getting warm, I believe.
No, it's tremendous. Nothing but good news from the Graylin camp.
Oh, I know it. He's grown up, and you just can't believe him. He's one of the nicest people. He's always been 100% respectful. One of the sweetest kids. I met him when he was real young. We was working at Smith Brother Theater in Pigeon Forge on the Barney Show. If you're listening today, Barney, you're supposed to be over here to help me today. I don't know where Barney's at. He's probably listening to us somewhere, though.
I hope so.
He's going to start coming and helping us as quick as he gets all of his ducks in a row.
Yeah.
He's got to head in the right direction, but some of them unruly yet.
Indeed.
But anyway, I met Graylin up there, and that kid was, me and Luke got talking about him. I said, that kid is something else. And I told Graylin, I believe he was our Christmas Day, Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
I'm all crossed up. These days are really messing me.
When you have a holiday in the middle of the week, it is the most inconvenient thing in the world because everybody stops what they do during the course of the week. They take a day off, and then next thing you know, you're expected to be doing things normal.
It's Saturday, and you think it's Sunday.
Exactly.
I don't know which day it was.
I was lucky to make it into work today.
Yeah. We had Graylin. He come by, and I was telling him what a businessman he was. He's not just a good guitar picker and a good singer and a good writer. He's a good businessman. He thinks good. He's got $1 million personality, and I told different people. I told Lucas, if that kid don't make it, I'll be surprised. And he's not a kid now, but to me, he'll always be one that he started.
And look, if they're a certain age, they're always kids at that point. It doesn't matter. It's just, as we get older, they still are kids to us.
They're kids to us, yeah. We've done so many shows. I picked him up, took him on shows, and just like Tickle did, got him to work in the store, and he sold, I forget how many guitars one day. He always wanted to work in the music store. I said, okay, here's your job. I gave him a job. He's just a special person, Yeah. One of these days you're gonna see him big time. If the Lord's will, the creek don't rise, he's gonna be there. So many people, they come through the store and then they tell Cas Walker stories, and it seems like and it's just such a historical place. They just go look and they look and they look. And, there's some come in this week and let's just look at some of those pictures. We got pictures goes way back. I'm talking about way, way back,
Oh, yeah, I know.
Don Gibson, I've got some of them back. What he coming there in, I think 58. Well, before that, 55.
Yeah.
55, that's when he was playing on top of the hill up there.
Yeah, sure was.
1955. Yeah, because he got Old Lonesome Me, I believe it was 58, wasn't it, for a long time?
I think it was.
Because I remember I went to Jim Beck's and he said, your old big boy down there's finally made it, ain't he? He called it old big boy. He said, I believe he's finally made it, but I talked to so many people in the last 2 or 3 days that was talking about Cas Walker and seeing Cas Walker and working for him and things that he said and done. And on our TV show on Saturday nights, we try to keep it based on the Cas Walker type show. And by the way, to bring them up to date, I didn't think I could do this Monday night. That's the eve before Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, yes.
Yeah. We had to play Wild Wings.
Oh, wow. And I'll bet that was a festive show.
Well, I thought it wouldn't. Who's going to show up? Everybody's Christmas shopping. See, I used to work for Circus. Way back years ago, I picked for Circus, and in December, he quit.
Huh.
And I said, we're not going to work? Nope. He said, one thing I learned years ago, do not fight Santa Claus.
Yeah, Probably very sage advice.
And I walked in Freddie and I said, you just booked me. Well, I told him, I said, you booked me on the eve before Christmas Eve because you ain't going to have nobody. And they sold it out.
Nice.
Sold it plumb out. Well, I had to get to work. And I called up Creed Daniels and I said, Creed, you got to help me out and call everybody. He had Red Dog Hicks there. He had Butch Butcher, C.H.'s son.
Oh, wow.
Lord, Creed said, I brought them in, didn't I? I said, yeah, everybody did it. They had new people. It's the greatest show. Creed said it's the greatest show I ever heard in my life. I don't know how many people said it was good. And Charlene was there and her family, and she brought her grandson in, and he's dynamite. He really is what she said. I didn't hear him play guitar, but because we had CJ playing guitar, and I had so many, I said, let's give them one on each show. That's all they could do, one each.
Yeah, got a variety too.
But he got up there and sung. Oh, man, he's Nashville material. And the second song, he said, do you care if I play harp? And he just played his harp. And she said, Charlene said, now he's an accomplished guitar player, great.
Huh.
I like to hear everything she's one of the top professionals in East Tennessee. I was over at, I had to speak at a funeral for Earl Cox. Earl Cox, everybody knows, passed away. He won't be gone in our minds, and the memory of his music, and he did so much for this community in a way of making people laugh and feel good with his singing and his picking. And he worked for Cas Walker.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he worked for Mr. Walker. We had him over here, and I got to speak, but John Gamble said, buddy, I listened to that show. So, John, if you're listening, we're going to dedicate the whole show to you today. That's a Holly Gamble funeral home down here, John Gamble, a good friend of mine, and we had it was really good, and Earl's friend was there, and so we're gonna do the whole show today in memory of Earl, because he's just something special. Always had a smile, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, sure did, yeah.
I just knew him from calling in on Trading Time, things like that. What a great guy. Just a really nice guy.
Right. I enjoyed your singing. He's good. I mean, you know, and talking about John Gamble, I mean, he's great. He'll be the last one to let you down, David.
He will, yeah.
I just got that.
And John got a place for you. I mean,
that's right.
His motto is, let us know before you go. Hey, John made it. He'll either like it and sends a tip or bomb one. No, John's a great guy at the end of the day. But we try to have fun on this show, and that's what laughter, as Barney said, a merry heart does good like medicine. And he'll look at her and say, look at me like some of you need 2 doses. But we had so much fun over there, and at places we go at Wild Wings the other night, and they got hollering for more when we closed. After I stood on that bed, you heard 2 shows. I didn't want any more.
And you were like, no, I'm done. I'm good.
I felt like Fred Smith said about the rat got caught in the trap. He said, I don't want no cheese. I just want out. But we got so many things to. We might just go back in memory lane and play some stuff. Luke and I probably, I don't know how much we recorded all the CDs, and finally we'd take some we thought was the best and put them on one, and we've done so many different ones. You play, we play and you pay, and bluegrass up to our necks and bluegrass. We did so many CDs and all. But we was at Shoney's one night eating, and I heard this song come on. Of course, it come on with the orchestra. And I said, Luke, that's the prettiest song I believe I ever heard. And it's got a lot of chord changes in it, and I didn't even know where it started at. And Luke said, no, just quick as we get back to the store, I'll show you that. I'll write it down for you. So we got back to the store. He was living in the bunkhouse at that time and working in the music store, so we went out to eat. And when we got back to the store, he said, let's open up. We're going to get some instruments. So we went and I got the guitar and banjo down, locked back up, sat there, and he taught me this song. And then a few weeks later, we were recording, and he said, oh, you'll do El Condo País. And I said, is that song we heard over at Shoney's that night? And he said, yeah. So we did that. Let's listen to it.
All right, let's do that right now. This is Stars and Stories of the Cas Walker Show with David West. Howard's joining us. Here's some music. And Luke right there. Was that just the two of you on that track?
Yeah, I believe we played every instrument on that.
Oh, that's awesome. That was fantastic. El Condor Pass.
Yeah. I think we played all the instruments on it. Sometimes I would play the dobro and and bass. And occasionally me and him would do some guitar tunes together, but it's just, I don't know while we're playing this. I don't remember recording this.
That tells me you've done an awful lot,
I don't even
David.
know how it goes. I didn't listen to it, but I had to play it for somebody. Let's say play this Cheyenne. I don't remember. Since we were playing cowboy song.
What track number we got here?
It says, see, I had somebody made these and got them all messed, few of them messed up. I think it's number 7. Try 7. If it ain't, we'll stop it, go to another.
All right, we'll try number 7 here. Is it Cheyenne?
I think it's Cheyenne. I don't even know how it goes.
Cool. Cheyenne right there, Luke and David, and you were right. I checked while you guys were talking. Bill Monroe did indeed write that song.
I thought he did. I wrote one similar to it. It's got a little more in it than that, and I can't think of the name of it.
Laramie? You're thinking other towns in Wyoming.
I had on a cassette, and I was in Lowe's sometime back, and this cashier said, "Boy, I got your cassette tape." Said, "That song you wrote." I don't know why I can't think of the name of it. I guess because I did so many of them. And he said, "Oh, that's one of the prettiest songs I've ever heard. Indian Love." That's what it was, Indian Love.
Good song.
That's what it was, Indian Love. I knew it was something about Indians. I was sitting at the lake when I wrote it. I don't think I have it with me today. One day I'll bring it and play it. But this guy said, he just held up a liner, and I was trying to get out of there, and he said, "Oh, that's the prettiest thing I've ever heard in my life. I play it all the time." I said, "Well, thank you. I'll have to look it up and get it." But anyhow, me and Luke did so many songs that while we're on this, if you don't care,
sure.
I haven't heard this. I forgot about doing Cheyenne. But now, after I got hearing it, I thought, that's a Bill Monroe. See, I worked for Bill for a little while.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I was his banjo picker.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a pretty nice feather in the cap. Bill Monroe's banjo picker.
Well, Ellie White called me from Nashville and said, Bill would like to have I got to get Bill a band. Said his band's not working with him right now, or he is upset with him because he went through them like changing drawers sometimes. And he said, "Would you and Luke come down?" Said, "I've got a bass player. Don Reno's son's playing bass. I forgot his name. Named Reno, though. They got 3 sons.
We'll just call him Junior.
Okay, Junior, I guess, okay. But anyhow, he said, of course, I play fiddle. See, Ellie started playing Bill 15 or somewhere, 13, 15, 16. Started playing for him, and the Lord, Bill, and this is true, I've been with him. Bill Monroe looked up to L.E. I mean, he respected him for what he really was. He was one of the few people and big stars that knew how good L.E. was so quiet. And
not a big horn tooter, as it were.
L.E. cost himself $1 million and a lot of talent. Willie wanted him to work some of them. George Jones wanted him to work them.
Wow.
But he just wouldn't push you in there and do it. He just said, well, I don't know where I'll go or not. And just sit there and not do nothing. But anyhow, he said, would you and Luke come pick for Bill Monroe? And I said, I don't think Bill would like me. I like Bill. In fact, I'd been on the Opry with him with Carl Story with another group. And Bill was always real nice to me. And I'd hang around with L.E. and Bill was always nice. And Bill, we'd listen to bands on them big festivals and they'd say, there's a good little band. Bill'd say, yep, he's a good little band. That's good, Put them on stage, see what they do. Are they amateurs or can they? I know they can play stand here under a shade tree. How they do on stage? Well, Bill's snappy, boy.
So he was not an easy man to work for, I am guessing.
Well, he was if you could do your job. But he knew if you was doing your job, and he knew it. And he didn't want to say, no, that's not the way it go. He'd take fiddle and stuff away from him and show you, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He did L.E., didn't he?
He did the first time L.E. played with him.
Wow.
He told L.E. to kick a song off. L.E. kicked it off like he would normally do.
Scared.
And he said, just Rich got L.E.'s fiddle, said, this is what I want.
Oh, wow. And this was on stage in a performance?
No.
Or practicing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, that's intense.
And everything that L.E. from that day on, if he kicked off a country song, bluegrass, it was that jump, wouldn't it?
It's just like he had his signature just like Ray Price did.
He learned his lesson and he learned it well.
Ray Price could take 3 notes on the fiddle and you knew it was Ray Price.
Yeah.
The first 3 notes on his fiddles, he used twin fiddles. But anyhow, he kept on, no, I said, I don't think he liked me. I'm just telling you. And I said, Ellie, I saw people get on stage with him, and it's because and part of them was scared, part of them was they just couldn't play what he wanted.
Exactly.
And I said, I saw him turn around right in front of the audience and beat that mandolin until he got them all together, and it's kind of embarrassing. I said, if he was doing me that way, I'd walk off and let him stand there by himself. He said, David, why would he do you that way? You and Luke plays right. And I said, I don't know where he thinks it's right or not. So we go to Nashville.
We're classically right. We might not be Bill Monroe right.
We go to the part that I didn't understand. We go to Nashville, and Bill was having a steak. And the first place we played was Stockyard, and it was a huge place. And I mean, it's big and a big stage. Had a lot of band in there. It was bluegrass. It was probably the bluegrass capital of the place in there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Bill sitting there eating. Well, it come time for him to go on. I guess Reno had tuned, or LA1 tuned his mandolin up for him and had it ready. And he said, it's time for Bill Monroe and his bluegrass boys. Well, we grabbed our instruments, walked out, and Bill walked up on stage, and LA or somebody handed him his mandolin. He didn't check it. Of course, I guess he knew LA knew how it went. He stuck it on, and so happened the first song, it was a fiddle kickoff. Boy, I was glad. I just never did study Bill Monroe. You know, I love him. I love to hear him. Mm-hmm. But L.E. hit it, and of course, Luke throwed that guitar up there, played a chord forever. Lick it, he sung and picked too. And I stuck it. I went to bluegrass real quick. Mm-hmm. I forgot about El Condo Pass. I stuck that up there and hit him in the ear. And about halfway through that song, I saw a smile come over his face. And I felt a little bit better then.
Yeah.
He got through. He didn't turn around and look at us. He said, I want you folks to know we got a band back here tonight. Now, these boys can pick. This is a band. Let's give them a hand. This is a band. And I grew to about 6 inches.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're like, okay, Bill, okay, we're good. Okay, all right, let's have some fun.
See, L.E. knew we could do it, and Luke knew. I mean, Luke has forgot more music than us and them other 5 bands put together. So, I mean, Luke didn't fear nobody.
No, it does not sound like Luke was really intimidated by anybody.
I knew I could pick bluegrass, but I didn't know I could suit Bill Monroe, and it's a little bit scary.
That's a different standard. Bill Monroe bluegrass is the standard.
he never said not one slight word about any of my picking or anything, and it really made me feel good. I really feel good that I could pick for Bill, and he would smile and give us a hand. I mean,
if you can make the boss smile, you're in good shape.
If Bill says you can play bluegrass, you can play bluegrass. Yeah. That's like Chet saying you can play guitar.
Exactly.
That's gospel when they say stuff like that. And Bill was nice. I remember on Opry, he'd get pair up banjo pickers and fiddle players, and Haskell was picking with Mr. Flat that time, and he said it was all pairing off, and Haskell McCormick looked over me and he said, I guess me and you are in the same class, ain't we? I said, I guess. He said, we'll just go together. He's a good old boy, too. There's so many. Most of them are real, real good. Most of your real good musicians are like people with money. People's got a lot of money. Normally, they're just down-to-earth, sweet people. I mean, they know they got it.
Yeah.
They're not worried about money. They're just worried about doing what they want to do and getting the job done. And that's with a lot of the good musicians. The one that give you trouble is one that thinks they're playing can't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That pretty much crosses everything.
They won't listen to you when you tell them where it goes. So I'll tell you, I'm on a lot of tunes that I've done, and a lot of tunes that I've learned and worked on. I never did. Just like Georgia or something like that, I wouldn't do it until I called Luke and played it for him, see if I had it right, because I hate to learn something wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I did Sleepwalk. We was playing this was one of these big fancy churches, and they had some kind of day. They had ride. They had a Ferris wheel. It was down on Kingston Pike. I never saw it like it. And they had us to come play bluegrass. And I had just learned. And I had called Don Calhoun to ask him what the name of his song was, and it was Sleepwalk. I didn't know what it was. I liked it. I said, I like this song. He said, and I started learning it. And I said, who did it? And Don Calhoun said, Santo and Johnny. I used to play at Kingsport or somewhere, wherever he is, a disc jockey at. And I thought I had it. And I went to C minor to A minor, and it went to A minor to extended A minor to C minor. Nobody could tell it. I mean, none of us could. I couldn't even tell it.
Yeah.
I'm a musician, but Luke could. Just before I picked it on stage, I said, if you don't mind, it goes to A minor to extended A minor, C minor. Well, man, I've got to turn my whole brain around. I can't turn myself loose and pick it because I already had it in my computer.
Yeah.
So all I had to do is just sit there and turn my hands loose, and they picked it. I had to stand there and go his way because he's going to hit that. And if we don't hit it together, it makes us both sound bad.
Yeah, exactly.
And the hardest thing, I mean, I wish I didn't even pick a song. If I got there and pick it in front of all them people because I had it down pat. But yeah. I had to chord backwards, and it would work. But it wouldn't work as well as it was supposed to.
Yep.
That's where Bill Monroe had to be a certain place. While we're playing, I don't know. I've never heard nobody even attempt this on a banjo or even bluegrass. I'm sure somebody has. This was a song was done by Debbie Boone. You Light Up My Life.
What number is it?
It's number 9. We're playing stuff that I hadn't even heard this stuff in years and years and years, but Luke, I said, Luke, I love to hear Debbie Boone sing "You Light Up My Life." You remember that, don't you?
Oh yes. Yeah.
And Luke, what we'll do, let's do this instrumental and we'll just do it. And I said, and buddy, it's got a lot of changes in it. Let's listen to it.
All right. Here's "You Light Up My Life."
Right number.
David and Luke. Here's Open.
We try the last one, and I'll tell you a story about it. How great art. Number 10. Just see if it'll play, and then I'll tell the story about it after it comes on, if it'll play.
All right, here we go. More David and Luke, take 2. we found the couple of tracks on this CD that skipped, David. That's what we have found here on today's edition of the show.
That went to show right there.
Uh-oh. We don't want that.
Oh, good. Let me get them all up here. Anyhow, we've got somebody over there that I know. He's been sick, been under the weather a little bit, and we're going to play one of his songs there. This one right here, laying right down there.
Ah, yes. What would you like to hear off this one?
A lot of people don't realize, we're not going to, let's don't tell them who it is.
Okay.
Till we get through playing it.
Yeah, is there a song on here you'd like to?
Picture of My Love, I believe is the name of it. I called it Take a Look.
Ah, here we go.
Picture of My Love. We're going to play this, and I'll tell a little story about it and see if you know who it is.
All right, here is some more great music here on Stars and Stories of the Cas Walker Show with David West on Wish.
In nature's world, I see pictures of one dear to me, with which no man-made object can compare. There is beauty in your face, there's a warmth in your embrace, and a ray of sunshine like the love we share. Take a look at the mountains above me. Take a look at the sea, deep and blue. Take a look at the valleys below me. All this beauty reminds me of you. You make my whole world seem bright, even in the darkest night. And I know through the years our love will grow. We will reach old age at last and look back upon the past, and I'll have known the sweetest love a man can know. Take a look at the mountains above me. Take a look at the sea, deep and blue. Take a look at the valleys below me. All this beauty reminds me of you. Take a look at the mountains above me. Take a look at the sea, deep and blue. Take a look at the valleys below me. All this beauty reminds me of you.
And that was Pictures of My Love right here on David West Stars and Stories of the Cas Walker Show. You had a story about that artist, I do
that's
believe.
a song that Frank Smith wrote, and a lot of people don't know it. He was on Stop Records. He was on about 3 major recording labels, and Frank has always been one of my special buddies and friends ever since I met him, and I always loved to hear him sing. I know when I first heard that song, me and Luke Brandon was going somewhere to do a show, and that song was real big, and it come on, and I said, man, I love that song. Who is that? And we got to listen to it, and they said Frank Smith. Of course, he's a native right here in this area. Frank is works with us just about every weekend at right here on Channel 12.
And he's been up here a couple of times.
Yeah, he's been up here. And one other thing I like to tell you, if you want a good book, he's put me in the book too, and different ones of local people in here in the Talent and Nashville. And it's called roads I've traveled, places I've been, and roads I've traveled and places I've been. It's a really good book. Now, you can get them at a lot of different places. I think you can get them at the Historical Center, Hall's Auto Parts. I know Tony sells them at Ciderville in the upper end. Tony has some things that we don't have down in the store because we try to keep them where everybody can get something to sell. And Tony sells them, but if you'd like to have one of his books, you ought to come get one. And then I don't have his mailing address, but he will mail them to you. But you can call up Ciderville and get the mailing address if you'd like to have it. But it's a really good book, and he has sold lots of books. Yeah. Roads I've traveled and people I've met, and it's just, it's interesting. Yeah. It's interesting thing. That Frank is an interesting person, and I play that a lot of time. Who is it? And I say, you hear him every Saturday night? That's Frank. Of course, he's got a Nashville band behind him, you know. Mm-hmm. And that big studio, that was cut back years ago, and it had the old, I guess, the big wheels, you know, when they had it over and on. But I think we got to take a break, ain't we?
Yeah, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue on more of David West, stars and stories of the Cas Walker Show. But right now, we do have to keep the lights on. We'll be right back. You guys hang out here with us. It is Ask Your Neighbor, the Thursday morning edition, which is typically more fun than the rest of the Ask Your Neighbors.
As a homeowner, I'm always looking for peace of mind, especially when I have a costly, unplanned expense, like a cooling system repair or replacement. That's when I turn to the eScore Quality Contractor Network. They're the pros who've been specially trained and approved by TVA and your local power company. The quality contractors are licensed and insured, so you can be assured the job will be done right and inspected for free. Contact your local power company or visit energyright.com to learn more.
This is David Worthington of Worthington Motor Company. We believe that you should be able to purchase a vehicle you can trust from a dealer you can trust, whether you're purchasing a $2,000 or a $20,000 vehicle. We will help you arrange on-lot or bank financing. We will take your vehicle on trade, or we'll purchase your vehicle outright. Check with me before you buy or sell. We have a large selection of cars and trucks, and we even have a couple of motorcycles. Worthington Motor Company, 749 South Charles Severs Boulevard in Clinton, Tennessee.
Tailgaters, this is your time to shine. We need the best meats, snacks, and drinks to keep us fueled, energized, and our stomachs happy all game. That's why you need to go to UGO. They've got the best steaks around, they've got the best produce around, and best of all, they have the lowest prices around. Prices that win games. Prices that help you make the best out of your tailgating and football watching experience. You need to amp it up and save cash with UGO.
My name is Rosa Wilson. I shop at UGO. Have great buys and really enjoy.
I'm Ivory Hicks. I'm your local cashier at Clinton UGO. Come by and see me.
United Grocery Outlet with over 13 area locations in East Tennessee. We're always around the corner, ready to help you feed your family and keep your bank account full at the same time. Gear up for football by visiting myugo.com today.
Hi folks, Rob Henry here with Farmhouse Furniture. We are one of the largest custom furniture makers in East Tennessee, and we'd like to invite you to our showroom in Clinton. We're on the main road that connects Clinton and Oak Ridge, and we build all styles of furniture: Amish, farmhouse, French country, modern, and industrial farmhouse. Don't pay a West Knoxville price. Just drive 20 minutes to Clinton and save. Buy real, hardwood, heirloom furniture, your style, size, and color. And ladies, my wife has a huge showroom full of beautiful decor. Women who visit our shop say there's nothing like it anywhere in Knoxville. And make sure you check out our fabulous year-round Christmas shop too. See our furniture on our website at tnfarmhousefurniture.com.
Police pulled me over, license was expired. They threw me in the slammer. AA always answers, yep, always available. You can count on them boys. Got me out the same day. Good price on the invoice. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I call AA bail bonds when hard time get the toughest. Can't nobody tell me nothing. AA gon' give me a piece of my life. AA bail bonds. 865-463-0932.
Welcome back, everybody. Stars and Stories of the Cas Walker Show. David and Howard here in the studio with us. We've been playing some music from Frank Smith. We've heard from Luke and David earlier today. What's up next year, Mr. West?
Well, you know, we've got another one on Frank there because we want everybody to come tune in. I think he's on, I believe he's on this, no, we're fixing to do live this week.
Oh.
These days is messing me up. He's been on the last previous week.
Gotcha.
I hope he's able to come Saturday night and do something for us. Frank, you know, Frank could have made it big in Nashville, and he had good contracts and had it rolling, but it's hard. He had a big business. Frank had a real good business. He was a good stone layer, brick mason, and stuff of that sort. And when you got a good business, it really is hard to walk off from that, knowing you've got the eggs in the basket. Mm-hmm. For some more eggs over here in another basket.
Bird in the hand, two in the bush.
I mean, when I had to quit and leave my business and, you know, do the big campaigns like with the butchers and people, it was really risky. I had to charge a high price because I had to leave, and, you know, I was going to lose more than that in percentage of sales because people come to see me because I could trade. Other people couldn't trade. They can sell it to as cheap as me. It's a whole lot better now and a whole lot different. I carry a cell phone with me, and I can be anywhere and they'll call me. I know what everything costs. Mm-hmm. My brain's like a computer. I know what it costs. I know what it is. I know what it's worth. For me, I don't know what it's worth all over the world, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You never get exalted and think you know everything. But I learned that from Mad Jack. He said, David, I know what I can get out of something quick as I look at it. And if I won't go over that, I won't never lose. I know what's worth to me, and I don't try to get people to trade with me. I mean, you know, I want everybody to be happy.
Yeah.
This man told me one time, I said, how you do your business? He said, I make people happy and me money. So I
can't argue with that.
That's Jay Waymaker. You remember him, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
And he had it, too, didn't he?
Yeah, he had it.
He had it. Hey, they said he was conservative. That he made on the Buffalo nickel. He had a buffalo on one side and the Indian on the other side. Mm-hmm. He squeezed it so tight that the Indian got over and rode the buffalo. That's just a good story.
That is a frugal gentleman right there.
Yeah, let's do one more, Frank. It's be Frank Smith Day, too. We got a lot of people today.
Hey, you know, it's the holiday season, and this show is the gift that keeps on giving, David.
Keep on giving.
All right.
It's one of my favorites you got picked up.
This is The Force Holding Me to You. A bit wordy on the title, but I'll bet the song is awesome. Smith right there. The Force Holding Me to You.
That's a good song. He wrote it.
That was good.
He wrote his own material, you know, and that's what made it so good. You know, we're working today off of local talent around here and people that a lot of people, some of them didn't even know they recorded. There's a girl worked for me. I was doing a big show in Lake City. They blocked off part of the street up there, and they had some, I guess it was Lake City Celebration Day or something. It's something to do with Lake City. And they blocked it off and all day, and we was up there. I know Johnny Free worked with me on a show. I'm not sure if it's A, but maybe, or Elliot. We had a big show up there. It was real big. Lake City Day, I believe they called it. And this girl was sitting out there listening to it, and I had one of the new conversion band I just bought then, and I was getting in it, and I come by, and she hollered at me there and introduced herself, and I knew who she was. I kind of knew who she was, but I didn't know her very well. Her name was Shar Cox. And Shar was married to one of the sons of Cox Funeral Home. You know, if I had Mr. Cox was a good friend of my daddy's, and he'd stop and see Daddy going and coming from Knoxville with, you know, bodies and things, and he'd stop and they'd sit and talk a lot. And he was telling, Mr. Cox told a story, said he was standing outside of his funeral home, and it's back, you remember the old song, When You're Hot, You're Hot?
Mm-hmm. Jerry Reed.
And he said he was standing out there, and it was a hot July day, and there was something up in summer. He said this old hippie boy come down the street, and he looked up and said, when you're hot, you're hot. And he said, yeah, when you're cold, you're mine. That! It's a funny thing.
Funeral home humor is very weird, but very funny.
Yeah. And Bill Carlisle said he went to, he's in Nashville. Somebody passed away. He said, buddy, I followed him all the way to the gravesite. Sat there for the gravesite funeral. Said, you know, that undertaker, he recognized who I was. He said, well, you're Archie Kimmel. Bill Carlisle from the Grand Ole Opry, ain't you? And he said, yeah. I said, that's me. And he said, how old are you now, Bill? Bill was about 90 or 91 or something like that, up around 90. He said, 90-year-old? Said, ain't much use you going home, are they? And Bill looked at him and said, you'll be the last and let me down, I'll tell you that. But Bill he had a sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Fred Smith could just walk in a room and you start laughing at them. They was gifted comedians. Both of them.
Sure was.
And they loved each other. And they never was jealous. And they just, Bill Carlisle looked up at Fred. He thought Fred was the greatest thing ever walked. And Bill and Little Robert would get into it, and that would just tickle Fred. Fred think it, you know, that's part of the show, the way they carried on. But
somebody asked Bill one time, said, Bill, said, you still jump as high as you use this? Yeah, but can't stay up as long.
He said, I want to run for governor. And they said, no, mayor, wouldn't he? I want to run for mayor. And they said, well, what's your platform? He said, I want to make all the roads downhill. I said, well, what's the reason for that? He said, you can go for free, but you sure can't come back. But anyhow, we're talking about Shar Cox. We was at I don't know how it happened, but we was somewhere and done a show for somebody. And he said, I want to record you all. So I've got a lot of studio time paid up. So I work at the studio. I want to record back then it was a cassette on you all. So we walked in and I was real busy doing show after show. And I said, well, can we work it out in the middle of a day when I got everybody together and I drive by there in the car? Session is something you work on for 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, like that. You don't just walk in and do it. And I said, I'll do it on one condition. He said, how's that? If you'll set me up the time, and when I got everybody together in the middle of the day, we're doing a show that morning and a show at night. We'll run by there in the middle of the day and we'll knock it out for you. He said, how long is it going to take you to do it? And I said, probably about an hour. And he said, what? And this one guy was a bluegrass band. He just broke down and laughed. Well, we went and did this at Big Mama's. And Shar was traveling with me then. She started traveling with me on all the shows. And so we pulled in there. And I said, if you don't mind, we're going to mix it ourselves out here at the microphone. I said, turn it on and we're going to run through a song and then I'll tell everybody where to stand. And we went through it. And it was Norbert over the big mamas. He came to me one day at Ciderville, and he says, the first time I met you, I thought you was the smartest other guy I ever met. That fella knowed everything. He said, I went back there and told my partner, said, we got a guy out there, don't even want me to mix it. He said, I ain't even going to go back there. I don't care what it sounds like. This guy's done paid for the time. I'm going to hand it to him when I get run off. And he said, I just want to shake your hand. I've never cut a bluegrass session that sounded any better than what you did one time each.
Wow.
He said, you all must be professional. You know how to get the mic. And don't you hear, I think it's one of them. I know it is. If we got the right, it's called number 10. I'm going to give you this. We'll try that. If it ain't, well, in fact, they did this whole session was done, and that was took off a cassette tape. That didn't even come off the master. And I said, well, we're going to sound, we done it like it was live. I said, we're going to do this just like we do it out there on the road. I'm not trying to doctor it up. When you buy us, you're going to hear what you heard today.
See, I respect that. I respect that because there's nothing more disappointing or annoying when you go to see a band that you really like their album and you hear them live and they're terrible because they don't have the studio to save them from themselves.
Yeah.
So let's listen to this one right here.
Shark Hawk's done the blues. She recorded with us back in.
David West and the gang right there, Shark Hawks on vocals. That was pretty good. And you said that was one take.
One take. We did it one time. See, now we did one song. I don't know what it was to start with. And when I did it, I said, now, let me put you everybody where you need to stand.
Mm-hmm.
We stood in a huddle.
Yeah.
We didn't get no cages. We stood in a huddle. I mean, I knew where to back off the banjo. Nobody did too, where to come in. And I set the bass, and I adjusted, and I said, got everybody stand perfectly. Play it just a little bit more and play it back. I said, that's perfect. That's what we want right there. Well, Norbert said, I got up. He told me, he said, I got up and went to the back. And I said, I'll give it to him when I get through. I know what it's going to sound like.
He's already
He thinks he can mix it out front. We don't even need a studio. All you ought to do is turn the machine on. And he come to me, walked inside of me, and he said, I want to shake your hand, David, and tell you what I said about you. And I won't tell you how good it was. He said, I have never recorded a bluegrass CD, back in a cassette, that was any better than what you did.
That's high praise. Yeah.
We've worked on it for hours, and we couldn't get it. He said, I never saw it like it. If I go to some of these big places out and play, these big clubs and things, and they bring a person in that don't understand the sound. I remember we played at an airport hangar here some time back, and they brought a truckload of equipment in. I mean, one of them big box vans, and unloaded it. It's $1,000. I don't know what they charged them. It's the worst I believe I ever heard. It squealed, and everybody's in way old reverb, and so you don't use reverb on bluegrass. You don't fit it. You might put a tad if you knew how to do it. But
yeah.
You just stay away from reverb on bluegrass. But anyhow, it was worst, and I told Chicken Man, I said, we got a small unit, one little thing. It's 8 by 8, about 2 foot high. We got the best one. Got them little Bose speakers in. And we plug it up, and we done the Clinton Fire with it. I mean, it's only a $500-600 system, $500 system.
Yeah, you just gotta know how to use it.
We put it up, and I turned it up, and I could run it up just a little bit. We have to be careful with Claudia because she works twice.
Exactly.
But anyhow, we set that up. It's clean share of everything. Oh yeah. And I make sure it's just right. If I could be back there. But everybody picking me back there, I can make it where the RCA Victor quality. Yeah. And I put it up. We put that up in 15 minutes and hit it, and never write nothing down on a show. It's just like over there Monday night, we was gonna come on pick up the morning paper, but when we saw that place was sold out, and there's so many new people, I changed it right quick. I hit real quick, rocky top, hard as you could. Then I went in to CJ with a little bit of Folsom Prison Blue, and that's always a good if you're going to get an electric guitar. And then Claudia went in with Wayfarer Stranger and broke 14 glasses and 3 pairs of glasses. But, and tore the house down. I mean, she was hollering a $2 pistol at night, but it was so good. I mean, you have to know where to put everybody. And see, it's not a matter of what you want to sing or what you want to pick. You got to look at the audience out there and see what they're going to.
You got to read the room.
Yeah. It's just like you or me or Howard. We go to a buffet table. If he's taking Howard over and setting him down turnips and green beans, you ain't going to eat none of them. So you got to have a little bit for everybody. And if a guy wants turnip greens and green beans, and they don't want what Howard's going to eat. They said, David, what you do, you put on such a variety show, you have to like some of everybody's songs there. We done everything from blues to big band to bluegrass to country to pop. We had one of everything. It's bam, bam, bam. I mean, the harmonica comes out and does Shenandoah. We got something for everybody. I mean, just fascinating. And I tell them, when I say your name, you either start talking or start picking. Don't stand there and start whispering to the band. If you ever done Folks for Prison Blues and E, I told CJ, and boy, he's getting good too. I said, when I say CJ Osborne, the next thing is do. I mean, hit it like you're mad at it. I was taught the first 3 lines, get them rough, and then you smooth out. You got to get you.
You got to catch the attention.
You got to be an attention grabber. Yep. And see, that's with your music. But see, you'll say, oh, well, I sung that song last time, but you got to look at it this way. If you go to Wild Wings once a month, it's like you eating. My daddy taught me this. Well, you don't want a hamburger today and another hamburger tomorrow, but if you eat a hamburger in January, you may want another. You'd love to have another in February. Yeah, sure.
And you always don't have the same people at the same show.
And that's right. And one lady figured me out kindly. She's done the same songs on their show. And she said, it's her good ones. And she said, I've never saw nothing like you. You could do the same song at the same place a week after week. And it's a different show. I said, how do you do it? Her husband passed away a while back, but he told me, he said, I've never saw nobody could do it. It's where you put it. You watch that crowd. And see, too many people want to like a buffet bar, mashed potatoes. You don't want a little mashed potato and a coleslaw and by the chicken. You got to give people. My daddy said, David, You have to give people what they want, not what you want. It's about them.
Yeah.
Go out there, and if you get a big hand, if you start getting a big hand on a song, that's one you need to stick with as your signature song. You take Erin, she's a great little singer, but the biggest hand she gets is Cowboy Sweetheart because she yodels. She needs about 3 more yodeling songs. It's just like making money. By the time you learn how to do it, you're so old you can't spend it. If you do it that way. And by the time you learn out what food's good for you, you're too fat and you don't like it then. And I saw this movie, The Ugly Truth. And that movie had just the title of it is shocking and scary, but it's right. The Ugly Truth. The truth is what's the hardest thing in the world for people to tell unless it's to their advantage. When you do something wrong, walk up and say, "Sir, I'm sorry, I did this wrong." That's not easy. This guy told me, he said, "I don't apologize." I know he said, "It don't hurt me one bit to apologize." I said, "I know it." He said, "How'd you know it?" And I said, "I doubt you ever apologized, have you?" He started looking, thinking, I guess. You ought to try it and see how bad it hurts. For you to be a gentleman and walk up and say, "I'm sorry, I did that wrong," or "I offended you." Boy, I saw my dad do it. I saw him do a deal one time, and he wasn't wrong. He was right. And I'll tell the story back. He sold a cow or something for a feller, and the feller's sitting there, "Take that cow and sell it." Now, I'm going to use these numbers. I forgot the numbers back then. He said, "I want $10 for this cow, and you take it and sell it." Well, Daddy took it and sold it, I think, for $20, and he gave that guy his $10. Daddy told him one day, he said, I should have told him what I got out of that. He might have wanted more. And he said, "I'm going to do better now. I'm just going to take another 10 and give it to him." This is like 30 years later.
Wow.
I drove him up to the man's house. I didn't even know what it was about. And he went up there. He said, "I don't know if you feel good about it." The man told him. Now, I tell people that sell stuff for me, I say, "Look here. Here's what I want for it. I will just use $100. I want $100 for this. And if you take it and sell it for $10,000, you keep it. I want $100. Bring me $100. Yeah. But I do want my $100. Don't sell it unless you get me $100 unless you won't buy it. Yeah. I want my $100 now. If you come back and say, "Man, I hit the jack price over $500. I say, "Well, good. You need something else now. You can buy 5 times as much."
Exactly.
See, it's no saying this guy said, I don't want to clip you once. I don't clip you every day. I want you to get make money. But it's so much to understand on all this. But we got one I guess we ought to do here because he's been gone for a long time. Worked with me for 17 years. One of the greatest people. And I don't know where John Hunley is, one of his great friends. He's been under the weather, too. And John listen to us and follow it if he is. He knows this guy because he'd be dear. He's dear to everybody that ever knew him, Don Calhoun. If you knew this fella, he was dear to you because he works with Esco Hankin, him and L.E. White, and a bunch of them worked the Grand Whopping people years and years ago. And he's the guy that really made it in Nashville, but he had a real good job with the state after he got out of World War II. I'll tell you something funny about him.
What number track am I trying to queue up to?
Number 2.
Easy peasy.
No, see, it's number 3. I'm sorry.
Oh, darn.
I got you on the wrong one. But anyhow, he was telling a story about something. And I thought this was cute. He was telling a story about some place. And this girl was arguing with him about it, some lady, customer, or audience. And she says, "No, it's about something in Texas." He said, "Now, lady, I know what I'm talking about." And she said, "Well, I've been there." And he said, "Don't you know something about being there?" I walked and crawled from Czechoslovakia to, I forget what it was. Oh, it was bent to Berlin, I believe it was. He said, "I walked across Czechoslovakia to where the other town was. It took me 2 years to get there." In World War II.
Yep.
He said, "My whiskers was down to my waist, and it shaved for a bath in a year. I had the back shot off my back, bullets. I could crawl, and they couldn't hit me, but I've had the bullets go through my backpack."
Jeez.
He said, "Now, don't you try to tell me where something that I've been further around a coffee cup than the handling you've been this world. I thought and we was playing. This is another good little story that me and him was playing, and we just stood there and looked at this guy, and I think of this a lot. But we were playing the grand opening of Mayo's on Kingston Pike, and I think of it when I drive by there. Now, imagine Mayo's on Kingston Pike, that lower one down there, close to Calhoun's down that area. And when you walked out of the parking lot of Mayo's, it was woodland from there on down. That's the end of the stores right there. Now, that's been a while.
That has been a while.
It was 1978, to be exact. 1978. And this man was so nice a guy that hired me. He was a store manager, and he hired us to come play it. We pulled up in the big limousine, and we headed back in, and his friend Joe, I believe it was, I think that's the name, his house burned down. He had this great big bucket with a handle on it, and he was going around to, not the band, but the other people he knew there. Joe's house burned down yesterday, and he said, we was taking up for him, and one guy said, I think the world of Joe. He was a great guy, so I love him. He said, well, show me how much you love him. Drop it in this bucket right here. And this same guy went to his wife and went to his closet. His daughter was telling me. So he went to his closet, and he took out a bunch of shirts that he'd got for Christmas, brand new, still folded up. And he said, I'm going to give him some of these shirts I have here I got for Christmas. She said, oh, no, don't give them to him. That's your Christmas shirts. He said, she said, give him them that you wore there. And so I've done them up, and they're nice. He said, no, those are mine. Huh? He said, I ain't going to give him mine, the ones I wore. I'm going to give him new ones. They'll be his. And she couldn't, no, don't give that. That's the one you got for Christmas. He said, well, that's the ones he needs. They'll be his. As this man, he had so much. I listened to everybody where I went that I could to try to learn something. And all those have some spatial meanings. It may not to certain classes of people, but it really does. If you talk about the heart, if you start doing what you feel like really the good Lord puts on you, then sometimes it changes the pace of things. But here he is. We called him Dr. Queener, or Monroe Queener, a little bit of Wabash Cannonball.
From the great Atlantic Ocean to the wide Pacific shore, from the queen of flowing mountains to the south hills by the shore. She's mighty tall and handsome, and she's known well by all. She's the combination on the Wabash Cannonball. She come down from Birmingham one cold December day. As she rolled into the station, you could hear the people say, there's a girl from Tennessee, she's long and she's tall. She come down from Birmingham on the Wabash Cannonball. Our eastern states are dandy, so the people always say. From New York to St. Louis and Chicago, by the way. From the hills of Minnesota where the rippling waters fall. Those changes can be taken on the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar. As she travels through the woodland, through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear that lonesome hobo squall. You're traveling through the jungles on the Wabash Cannonball. his name forever stand and always be remembered in the courts throughout the land. When his earthly race is over and the curtains around him fall, we'll carry him home to victory on the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar as he travels through the woodland, through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, heaven lonesome hobo's call. You're traveling through the jungles on the Wabash Cannonball.
Monroe Queener and the gang right there with the Wabash Cannonball.
One take.
Of course it was one take. Have you ever taken more than one take?
I try not to because it takes up my time.
That's right. It takes up time, and time is money.
You know, L.E. White was talking. Don Calhoun gave me a great compliment one time. I just picked up somebody, about 3 or 4 people, didn't really even know them, threw them together and made a show. And Don said, David, you walk out on the street, Don Calhoun was listening, he walk out on the street, pick up 3 or 4 anybody's and bring them in and put them together, and it's a good show. It makes it interesting. They'll play good. The best. Joe Morrell said that to WOPI up in Bristol. He said, there's something about it when he gets them, they can be going like birds, but when he starts playing and brings them in, they all go together and they'll play better. But L.E. White said, David said he can just walk out and do him and Archie Campbell. He said there are 2 people could just walk out and start doing a show with 10 or 1. And it said, I remember one time, and Howard knows it too, he was there. Said we was on stage at the festival and said that there wasn't nobody there but me and L.E. and Lola, and they was going to sing. And we was walking to the microphone. We didn't have no guitar. We didn't have no bass. We just had a fiddle and a banjo. We was walking toward the stage, walking around toward the stage with 10 feet away from the microphone. And I looked over and saw one of Bill Monroe's guitar picks. There was a good friend. He was my friend when I first met him. He was with Bill. And I said, hey, Ernest Graves. I said, hey, Ernest, come here a minute. While he was introducing, I said, come here, play guitar for me. He said, oh, yeah, David had a big hat on there. He was all dressed up. Yeah. And I looked over another old boy I knew, and I said, come here, play bass for me. He said, yeah. They was running up. And Bill Monroe had been there the year before, and I think he'd passed away. It was a year after he passed away, and I said, we're going to do something special tonight. We've got, we're going to do our songs. It's going to be kind of like a Bill Monroe portion. I've got a guitar player over here that works with Bill. In fact, he still goes and works with him on the homecoming shows. He just got through doing one. He's dressed up like a filled-out lawyer. We're going to get Ernest Graves. Let's give him a big hand on the guitar. L.E. White started Bill when he was probably 16-year-old. He worked with him a lot. And, of course, Lola here, she sung quite a bit with Bill. They were real big friends. And I was fortunate enough to get to work with Bill. He passed away this past year, so we're going to do a little tribute to Bill Monroe. We're going to do some Bill Monroe song. Well, Ernest sang good as Bill. Mm-hmm. And I said, kick us off on You Understand Little Maggie. He's the one who showed me that when I was a kid. I mean, a young boy then. Boy, they hit that, and that crowd thought Bill Monroe. L.E. said, I thought Bill was there. Yeah. He said, you built us up. Said, I played, saw that fiddling too. And said, you had us all going, and I could even feel his presence with us. He said, and of course, Ernest, he said, I looked over Ernest, his feathers were standing straight out. The boy, he sung like him. The funny thing about Ernest, he quit Bill. I just began to play banjo. I just barely learned my roll and I could pick. And he came beside of Bill. We had the one room there. We didn't know the building. Yeah. We had that barrel and that one little 22 by 30 room that you walk in. Mm-hmm. And you got the back door and there was a picnic table because it was so cold, watermelons out of that creek. We had dammed up, we were cooling watermelons. And he went out the back door, and when he did, they said, they introduced me, and I said, let's go here and sit on this table. I want to pick one with you because, you know, he's a superstar. And he said, let me get you guys a guitar. And we went out there, and he had quit and was taking body school. He made a body man because he just got tired of the road. And he already stayed in music some, but he wanted to get something else a little more substantial. Well, we sit on this picnic table and we pick You Understand Little Maggie. And when we did, you know, I was just thrilled to death to get to pick with him. Sure. he looked at me real serious because I was so quiet I wouldn't say a word. And I had my head down, and he looked at me and he said, son, I want to tell you something. You're going to make a good banjo picker. But you're going to bury your pride somewhere. He said, he thought I stuck up. And I was so embarrassed to be around him. I was scared to death.
I'm just nervous. No.
Said, and see, I didn't know what he thought I was going to bury. I didn't know what pride was. I didn't know what it meant, the way he said it. You need to bury your pride and turn loose. And he said, you're going to be good if you turn loose. Bury your pride and stuff. And he left. Well, years after that, we was playing, and we played big shows like with the Osborne Brothers and stuff. And I'd kid him about that. I'd say, was my pride okay today? And he said, oh, you know. He's a great guy. I think he's still alive. I need to get him down here on his show one day. We had a wonderful time picking.
Oh, good.
It's time to wrap up.
It is. Now, I know you guys are doing the TV show this Saturday. What else you have coming down the pipe?
Well, we got some parties, and I go around and speak at a lot of places like libraries and big places.
Yeah.
And they done booked me to some big place in Knoxville. They are so excited. They done been there buying Cas Walker stuff. And I say, what do you want me to speak about? She said, one thing you got to speak about is Cas Walker, and after buying T-shirts and things for this ceremony that I'm supposed to do, or whatever you call it. But it's going to, I do that some. And we do have a big shipment of brand new Cas Walker T-shirts just came in.
Oh.
I'm talking about, we got the Blue Band Coffee. We got the one at Don Calhoun, my melons, the watermelon, good. We've got the first ones he ever made, the Cas Walker Supermarkets. We got a bunch of that type. We got Cas Walker for President. And we got some of the new one with the old look. It's like it's so barnwood.
Yeah.
We've got a lot, and we got a big deal going on, $9.95. I found a deal where we could get a bunch of them made and get them cheaper. We was selling them $12, but now they're $9.95. Any ones you want.
That's an incredible bargain because T-shirts these days are ridiculously expensive.
Well, they are.
Just for a T-shirt.
They're getting so high. So come by and see us. And then, of course, the big show this Saturday night. Now, the 21st, it's a ways off, but you might want to plan on. The 21st is at Wild Wings Camel Station. 21st January. And we got some other shows. We've got some parties. If you'd like to have a show, or, if you need a speech made, I'll take Howard with me. He keeps me riveted.
He'll keep you in line. Well, of course, I know you guys will be back here next week as well for another edition. Do we have any idea what we're going to do next week?
I was hoping to have some guests. I got 2 or 3 lined up, hoping we get them worked in. This next song, the song that we're going to go off with, is a song I wrote, and Nashville heard it about a year ago, and they recorded it and put it out, but it ain't set the woods on fire yet, but we'll go off with this.
All right, Jeremy McCreary right here with Don't Push America Out the Door. Guys, we'll see you next Thursday.
Trying to push America out the door. I found out when I went to the hardware store. Brought me to my knees, and on the label said Chinese. They're trying to push America out the door. Washington says everything's okay. We only got in 10 boatloads today. Over half of it was bad. Some folks say that we've been had. They're trying to push America out the door. It seems to be everywhere we look. On our flag, our food, and in our pocketbook. Well, our kids will have to pay if we don't change our way. So don't get push America out the door. I remember when it used to
Thank you for listening to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Make sure you tune in at 10 a.m. each day, Monday through Friday, right here on AM 1380 WYSH and BBB TV 12. Or listen live online at WYSHradio.com. And remember, if you have a question, comment, or problem,